So we're at a pretty good point of the year to look back and go, have we done what we thought we would do by now?
Yeah.
But I'd like to remind you all, and Tony Robbins and a pile of others have said this, people often overestimate what they can do in a year, but they underestimate what they can do in 3. People often overestimate what they can do in 6 months or a year, but we underestimate what we can do in a bigger time frame. So with that, keep our eye on the prize, and I hope that our prize isn't something that we achieve in 6 months' time, because if so, we might be set up for a bit of gloom. But if we keep our eye on the bigger prize, for sure we will exceed it.
Hi there, Adrian here, and this is a video from a Zoom session that we do. We do these Zoom sessions every Sunday, and we take questions and answers from the audience, some of our students, some of our members. We never know what questions are coming up, so I'm always excited to do these sessions, and I hope to see you at one of them. Make sure you hit the subscribe button below and check out the other playlists that we have. Thank you, enjoy.
And from my own personal goals, I often look at what I was hoping to achieve over 6 months, 12 months, and I'm kind of always short. But I look back over a couple of years and I'm like, holy cow.
How much we've done. Yeah, that's an intriguing one, because people, if we don't plan for the weeks and the month, then the year never achieves what we expect. That's what I believe the adage is.
If we have days in our schedule where we don't have stuff planned, it will just fill up with other stuff. And a lot of people have written and talk about this. So if you don't plan to succeed, you plan to fail. If you don't put time slots in, or if you don't fill your day with important stuff to you, other people will fill it with stuff. So make sure you get a fill in with stuff that's important. And one thing I like most about what we do is a lot of us here are coaches, professional coaches, or we work with coaches, or we're in the personal development realm. And I've been passionate about personal development for God most of my life. I remember my dad would get these books, and I was like 10 years old, and he had a book. You see, my dad was picked to be a coach of our soccer team. And a couple of days later, I saw on his computer desk how to be a coach. So anything he wanted to learn, he would just get the book and learn the subject. And from personal development, I continued to learning and became a coach. And there's a pile of other people in this room that may already be coaching, but there's a lot of us that are interested. And there's a big separation in the coaching world, in my belief, is that you get coaching, and anyone can call himself a coach, and you get the more professional coaching. More professional coaching, someone who takes it to a higher level, whether it be arranging time or doing professional courses. We step into the realm of professional coaching, where it's no longer just a cup of coffee and talking or guiding a friend. It becomes a lot more serious. With that, there is a professional coaching organization known as the ICF, International Coaching Federation, known all around the world. With the International Coaching Federation, they're a bit of a benchmark for more professional coaches. As a leader for the International Coach Federation, I like to expand their work. However, there are various limitations on what you can do that is approved or consider coaching by the ICF. So ICF, International Coaching Federation, you can see a few of their logos around the place, but I generally only have their old logos. And this is actually my little goal. Moving towards the highest level in the ICF, I use it as a benchmark. But really, it is a wonderful benchmark for professional coaching, but there are some real limitations in it. And some of these limitations can kind of do your head in.
So NLP, I think, is a very good tool to be used in coaching. It supports to understand how a person's brain works, how information is perceived, processed, and what the result might be. Coaching is defined as a target to explore and unleash a person's hidden potential and support the development. This is really complementing very well. I make the experience that sharing our own experience in life and work can have a positive effect in coaching. And when used in the right way, it will not influence the coachee, but bring some new ways to trigger the coachee to improve. But it must be authentic, and the coach must have the intention to provide value added. So the presentation should give a little bit insight into the work of me, and I have a little bit experience in management and crisis experience and how I use some tools. Coaching is, for me, in comparison to an egg. If an egg is broken from the outside, life ends. If coaching supports to break the eggshell from the inside, from the coachee itself, then life begins. I think that's a very good metaphor for coaching. This means here NLP is, in my opinion, a very good base for coaching. You understand the background of the states of people. You have better self-awareness and self-management as a coach. You have a way of chunking information with the meta model and Milton model, identification of language patterns and how to react. You are reducing the impact of unwanted behavior and replacing it with better ones, for example, by submodalities and swish pattern, and supporting long-term success, for example, with anchoring. Congruence is a good base because NLP supports to understand the congruency of a person. Is what someone says also what he thinks, and is the coach really aware of these differences? NLP offers a technique to calibrate a person at the start of a session in consideration whether the words are matching with the body language, movements, and the voice. We have the meta model. It's a holistic set of questions designed to specify information, challenge and expand the limits to the person's model of the world. And it responds to the distortions, generalizations, and deletions in the speaker's language. With this, you can make sure that you're better understanding of the model of the world of the client at the moment of coaching, and make sure that the client also understands his world at this moment of coaching in a better way. So on the other side, you have the Milton model, which is designed to produce trance and agreement. It's a series of abstract language patterns, which is ambiguous, so that the client can find his own way to overcome his limits.
Boom! You made it here! Good on you. Make sure you click the subscribe button below and check out the playlist at the end. If you'd like to come along to our Sunday sessions where we host a live, free Q&A for our students and members, you're welcome. I'll see you there.